Hi. Well, all the third fair to my good friend here, educate a lot of here in this booth. So I'm going to what they do here at STEM.
So this is our booth vocational platform. Here is selling robots, kids sing and education. It seems really simply. It has the ultrasonic sensor and light sensor. Kids do in order to learn coding. We have an app that actually enables kids step by step to learn coding concept. And in order to learn the coding concept, it is actually talking to the robot, teaching the robot how to do daily stuff.
And what age of kids are these robots made for?
It's actually from 6 years old to 99 years old. It doesn't matter how old your kid are or if you're an adult. You're learning a new language to communicate with the computers or a digital device. So it's a new language to learn, and it also covers logical thinking. So it's really great for kids. That is as long as that they know how to read, they should be able to know how to program robots.
So even someone like me could learn how to code through robots.
Yes,
great.
Yes, exactly. So it's a blocky programming based robot, and if you're a more advanced user, you can actually use syntax programming like Arduino C. So with this robot, actually over 60% of the Hong Kong school are using it. It's including primary school, secondary school, international school, and even university.
Sandra was telling me how this company, STEM education, has gone global. It's all over the world. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we have entered, I think, more than 190 countries. And we are promoting STEM education to the world. What is STEM education, you may ask? It's actually science, technology, engineering, and math. So in order to actually execute it, the essence of STEM education is creativity. So you can see here that there's a lot of different modifications. It's not just car robots, but actually, if I know how to teach the robot use its ultrasonic sensor to sense something, right? I can actually tell them what to do when something is approaching them. For example, when I add a fan in front, right? So then the motor can move. So this is kind of like a creativity process as well. And we want to teach kids how to integrate technology with their own innovative mind.
That's really cool. So the children get to control and decode what the response is from the robot.
So it's actually teaching their new baby, which is a robot, to do stuff that they want to do.
That's really cool. Are you able to show us any of the other robots and some cool things that they do?
Yeah, so this is the basic robot that we call M-Bot. We also have more advanced robot. You can see over here. This is called M-Bot Ranger, and it has more places for you to insert the sensors. What exactly is sensors, you may ask? So sensor is kind of like the sensory organs that you have, right? Yeah. So this one is with eyes. And then you can add a ear to it. You can add a sound sensor, or you can even add a flame sensor, so the robot can have more function than you do, so they know how to detect flame. And also a really important part of the robot is the motor. So it's kind of like your body parts. Wow. And we also have one that is, it has more than 400 parts, and it's called Ultimate 2.0. And it has, this is one of the form of being a ball launcher.
When you said 400 parts, is it like a Lego where you have to put, where the student has to put every single piece together?
Yes, yes. So it's kind of like a very hands-on activity.
So after they put all the pieces together, what's the difference between Lego and making robots?
So our robot is using M-Block, which is based on Scratch programming. It's developed by MIT. To actually encourage kids to train their logical thinking, right? So this is like a very commonly used language, and also we can use Arduino C, which is a commonly used language, a syntax language that is being taught in the university level. So with one robot, you are able to learn different programming language, and that's an open platform that we have. And I think Lego is kind of like a close-up platform that they use their own language, and also this is a metal part. So we have kids who actually try to have a new product coming out, and when you do prototyping, you want them to be metal, you want them to be durable, right? So instead of being a plastic part, and that's the great part about this platform. We do have have competition for primary school and secondary school where kids have their own product promoted and they have a prototype, and we actually ask some manufacturers to be sponsored so they can have a real prototype after this original prototype.
That's so cool. So you were saying the competition, is that within Hong Kong, or is there a global competition?
We do have a lot of competition within Hong Kong that is being hosted by us, and we also have our international competition called Make X, which is going to happen in December, and it's going to have teams from from Australia, from Turkey, from Mexico, and our regional competition is going to be hosted in August, and also the international school one is going to be in October.
And for the competition, is it based off creativity, who can make the best robot, or is it based off which robot's better? How does the competition work?
There are different types of competition. The good thing about our platform, MakeBlock, is it actually encourages creativity and also the coding skills, like how do you actually communicate with the robot. So for the Make X competition, there are certain tasks that they have to do. So there's very different innovative way to doing the tasks, right? And for other competition, we call it Maker competition, which is encouraging creativity. Also, you have a pitch section to pitch your own product. So it really depends, and the good thing about this platform is it's so open, so it allows creativity to actually flow in and integrate into the robotic part. So robot is no longer the really boring subject only for nerds, right? So
Sandra was saying to me that it's very female friendly as well. It's not just for the boys that like computer stuff, right?
Yeah, so actually our team composed of mostly girls, to be honest. So I think creativity is so important. So no matter what you do, when we talk about learning how to code, right, nowadays it's for primary school students. And when we work with a lot of girls, they don't have the concept of like robots is just for guys, just for boys. And it's so important that you have the creativity inside. So it's actually training the mind, it's training the logical thinking, training the creativity. And I think it's really important nowadays that girls know how to code, no matter whether you want to be engineers or not in the future, because you may work in a technology company, which is a big sector in the future. So you may work with a lot of engineers. You may be a marketing person in a technology company, and you want to be able to know that what the engineer are doing.
Great. So here at the book fair, what's been the response from the children to these technology, these robots and everything? Have they been really interested?
Yeah, they are. So you see a lot of kids like coming over to our counter and try to, control the robot, to have their first experience with the robot. So we do have a lot of kids like when they can succeed their each of the program that they give themselves encouragement. And we do have really good sell here because we're promoting something new and something that is very educational. It's not just a toy, it's an educational toy. And we do have a lot of different self-learning book there that can encourage kids to learn by themselves. And we also have resources on Facebook, on YouTube that they can learn by themselves.
That's so cool. Maybe to someone like me, when I hear the word robots, it sounds like really hard. Is it hard to learn robots? I'm thinking for these kids, is it easy or hard?
Yeah, it's very easy. So basically, if I can demo right here.
That'd be nice.
So it depends on what language you're...
Let's do Chinese.
Yeah, we can. This is in Chinese because the iPad is in Chinese.
Great.
But actually we can change it into English as well if your iPad is in an English version. So it's really simple. The first level is basically just follow the step and they learn that they're moving the robot. So they can go on the next step, and there are 89 different challenges for them to cover over 10 programming concepts that they need to learn. So for example, I want to move the robot. So then this is moving, right? So it's learning my command.
That's so cool.
It's very straightforward and it's really good for the logical thinking of the kids.
I've been really enjoying this conversation. Sandra, how long have you been working at STEM education, and what's the best part about your job?
I think I've been working in this industry for around 4 years. I think the best part of my job is seeing that kids come back every year and telling me that they already have their own product, their new creative thinking mind. That I see that they actually the robotic platform is helping them to learn in a different way. I think in Hong Kong, a lot of kids learn in a spoon feeding environment. And something that I have experienced myself in high school and primary school, and I'm fortunate enough to go to the United States for education, and I see how important it is to have a creative mindset. So seeing that change in the kids' educational environment is really something that I very enjoyed.
I see some really interesting robots over here. Can we have a look at some of these? Yeah.
So this is a ball launcher.
A boat launcher.
So a ball launcher.
Ball launcher.
If we have a ball here, it will shoot the balls out, right?
Wow.
And
what else do we have?
this is like an interactive robot that we actually have a brand name here. And when I turn it, it can control the brightness of the lights.
Cool.
And we have more right here as well. So this one is basically, if I cover it right here, then it's going to light up. So if there's nothing, it's going to take a while to turn it off again. And then if I am close by, it's a smart lamp. This is like a parking gate. So if I press a button here, it will start counting, and then it will shut down. Right, the red light. So it's kind of like a stimulation.
Yeah, really cool.
So once they start learning how to control the robot, there's so much that they can add on, so much that they can create. And the world is changing. You have Kickstarter, you have Indiegogo, you can have your own prototype and your business. So hardware is a very important part of our life. And that's something we want to bring to the kids' life as well.
That's so good. Just to wrap it up, you were saying how it helps children build up the creativity and innovation. Have you been using these products, and have you created anything exciting yourself?
I do, but it's not available right here. And we do have a lot of videos of how kids, the creation of kids. So you can go on our Facebook, Make Block Hong Kong, to have a look at the video as well.
That's cool. I'm sure we definitely will. Anyway, Sandra, thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of the book fair. I wish you the best. And thank you for watching VDO English. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
Very interesting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was
Like
awesome. No, so much.